La, 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 la. Wait till I get to fuck Jeffrey Berner. Oh, I had a dream I was fucking Jeffrey Berner. When I woke up, it was Sam. Oh, told God I would fuck Jeffrey Berner. But he said, you fucking Sam. What do we?
Yeah.
You want to know something crazy about that song?
Huh.
That was originally a Young Jeezy song. It was supposed. That's why you hear Young Jeezy in the
interesting.
back.
That's
why
okay.
he's in the background all the time. That was for Young Jeezy, that beat in that song.
Interesting.
And then Kanye, I think, was like, bro,
please
have it back. I love it if he gave it to him, and Young Jeezy made a whole other song, and then Kanye's like, it's not that your song's bad. It's just there's a way better way to do it. There's just a better way to do this song.
Yeah. He's Kanye.
I had a dream I was fucking Jeffrey Berner. Oh, Happy New Year. This is the new year for them. We're filming it beforehand, but this is the new year in their world.
Yeah, right. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
This is going to be the good one.
This is going to be the good one.
This is the one where no one dies.
No one
dies. Nothing bad this time.
Not a single bad thing happens.
Don't worry.
We
finished all that.
That was in the past.
Yeah.
The worst thing that's going to happen next year is you'll be a little more gassy. But that's it. And I'm not saying that's great, but that's the worst thing. And I'm not saying that's great because to some people that's a real problem.
Those were the options the whole time. It's you can lose loved ones or everyone can be a little more gassy.
Everyone's a little more gassy, so it's just the smell of the world is a little different. But that's also good. It's natural.
Yeah, we need it.
We do need it. CO2. You know what I mean? All kinds of good stuff, all kinds of stuff.
Our cars run on it.
But Jeffrey, we didn't get to see you for Christmas because, I mean, I know it right now. Well, I'm not going to see you for Christmas. We're filming this before Christmas.
Right.
But I'm not going to get to see him for Christmas. But Jeffrey was so lovely. Jeffrey Berner, that's the guest, by the way.
Hello.
If you're wondering, like, why are they talking about this other guy? That's Jeffrey.
Hi, Jeffrey Berner.
Watch the other episodes. He's been on multiple times.
Yeah.
Jeez. Go stop, pause, go watch all of his other guest appearances, then come back. It'll take you like maybe a day. Probably a day. Maybe two.
Yeah, a little while. Yeah.
It'll take you 2 days. Depends on how much you're listening. It's a lot of
Stop to go to the bathroom if you have to.
If you have to.
Or if you can take the podcast into the bathroom with you. Do that.
Do that.
But don't accidentally wipe your butt on it.
Hey, if any of y'all are out there wiping your ass in my podcast,
don't do that.
I'm not mad at you. Sometimes, there's no toilet paper, and you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, you take what's available.
You take what's available. I'm not mad at them, but I just thank you for letting them know. Don't make that your first option.
Right.
Don't just use Deric's podcast to wipe your ass.
I mean, not even your second option. Look for a tissue paper. I'd go tissue paper, napkin, coffee filters.
Coffee filters.
I've used those. I lived in a place where nobody was sharing toilet paper. People would take it into the bathroom with them.
Those kind of places.
Yeah. Good times. So I used coffee filters, or just go into the shower. Use the water from the shower to wash your butt.
Wash your butt with hot water.
Yeah.
And wipe your ass with someone's towel.
Okay.
That's what you do. But my point is,
or just the toilet. Wipe your ass on the toilet.
Or that.
You're already shitting in it.
That is true. Just wipe your ass on a fucking
just take
toilet.
the seat off and just
yeah. And then flush that. But Jeffrey got us a gift. Jeffrey got me and Samantha Lee Lopez, my beautiful girl, Whataburger gift cards.
Yes. Yeah.
He did.
He got us a whole Whataburger.
Huh?
He bought the whole Whataburger.
He also bought, there's a Whataburger down the street. Sam reminded me, he also bought the entire Whataburger, which is very nice.
Well,
he gave us a $45 gift card and then also purchased the Whataburger for, I believe you said $145.
Yeah, it was a little bit more. It's also, it's a little more of a responsibility than the gift cards.
I guess you're right. We got to find management.
You got to find management or manage it yourself, which I think is better for the business.
Also, 2 a.m., 3 a.m., you're right.
A little more invested in it.
But I don't
you can't manage.
That's just a lot to think about right now.
Don't give yourself night shift.
You're right. You're right. But you got us that. So Samantha did some cool shopping and got something for you. Samantha, you want to bring it out? Samantha got you a Christmas gift.
Oh, whoa.
It's a bag with weed on it.
A bag with wow.
It's a bag with weed on it. That's what we got him.
Actually,
okay.
Someone from the Bean Mafia gave us a gift in that bag, and I reused it.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
B Mafia always fucking looking out, dog.
Because I've replaced weed with God, as you know. So.
Yep. You still hit the bong every morning, but now it's filled with God.
Yeah, it's God's in there. He's everywhere.
That's even scarier that he hits an empty bong and just goes, it's just getting my morning bowl of Jesus.
Thank you guys very much.
You don't even know what it is yet.
It's wrapped. Well, it's wrapped like meat. Is it?
It could be meat. You love meat.
I do love meat. I'm a big meat guy. It's a package.
It's a package. It's a package.
USPS.
Yeah, dude.
It's one of my favorite U.S. postal services.
We wanted to get the best stuff. We didn't want to get
Yeah.
skimp with Amazon or anything like that. He's opening it up. People who are,
oh my goodness, dude! You guys nailed it. Okay.
People are listening.
Dude, you guys nailed this gift. It's a ping pong paddle.
It's a big book. Look at the handle. Look at the handle.
Holy shit! It has my name.
It has Jeffrey's name on it.
Yeah, that's what people call me.
You want to go show the camera? Show the
says-
bean.
yeah.
Show the bean so they can see.
Cool color too. I like the color. I like the color very much.
Yeah. Oh my God. So the people listening, it's a green. The green where you hit the pong.
It's like a turquoise
A
almost.
little, almost a turquoise. Good point. And the handle is a sweet blue.
Yeah, this is a fresh paddle.
With a little orange effect on it, and then it's
Dude,
got his name,
thank
Jeffrey,
you.
engraved.
This
Of
is
course, brother.
Dude, you guys, great. Thank
Merry
you.
Christmas. Happy New Year, everybody.
Yeah, fuck my gift cards. This is, I'm going to play ping pong tonight, literally.
Oh, damn, you're going to break out the paddle?
Yeah.
You're breaking out the paddle,
Dude, people are going to think I'm cool.
Yeah, dude, people are going to think you're a little bougie now. They're like, oh, he's bringing his own paddle with his name on it?
Dude, I have my own juggling sacks. I have my own ping pong paddle.
Yeah, baby.
Up next, a wife. Here we go.
You know what? On that
Dude,
note,
this is nice.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
We'll take a quick commercial break so you can put all that stuff up. Love you, buddy. We love you. And
Love you too.
we love you. Bean Mafia, we love you as well. We also love you guys.
you guys
And
are-
I'm so excited to do the movie. When you come back, a movie. We'll be right back. Hey, Bean Mafia. That's right. The Bean Mafia gang has stepped up. Spoil the beans. We're here. We got a real ad, baby. This is a real motherfucking ad. Manscaped. That's right. That's Manscaped. You heard me correct. Everyone out there who has been listening to this podcast forever, we got a real product backing us, supporting the Spoil the Beans lifestyle, supporting the Spoil the Beans movement. And you know what's nice is this product is actually the shit. I've never used Manscaped. I've never used Manscaped before. I'm not going to lie. This is the first time I ever used it. Holy shit. Not kidding. Holy shit. Holy shit. It's amazing. It is
top tier.
Top tier. Sam likes the new package.
I dig it.
It's not bad. It's not bad. I'm talking about my package. This is incredible. Your boy, you know, I'm gaining girth. You gain girth. You gain length. Fellas, Manscaped. You're giving yourself inches, baby. And if Al Pacino didn't say anything, he said, life is a game of inches. You haven't seen this movie yet. Any given Sunday.
I was like, what?
Any given
say
Sunday.
that?
Life's a game of inches. Nigga, Manscaped. That should be their fucking slogan. It's a game of inches. Life. Your penis. Manscaped. Dude, I love it. Spoil the Beans. That is our promo code. Literally type in Spoil the Beans, get 20% off. Guys, let me go through how good this is. See this right here? You see this? This bad boy, excuse me, is the lawnmower. Lawnmower 4.0. Dude, I use this, shaved my balls in 10 minutes. Hadn't shaved in like half a year, probably. You know what I mean? Shaved, tire sack, 10 minutes. Unbelievable.
But you're not even nearly as hairy as I am. Hey, for the ladies who are listening to this, you can also use this to shave you. I'm a very hairy lady. I'm a kind of a fuzzy person. What?
She's a fuzzball, dog.
I'm a fuzzball. I'm like a tennis ball.
She's a fucking tennis ball.
I am a tennis ball up in here. And this is very handy, I will say.
Love it. The 4.0.
So
the
quick.
Lawnmower 4.0.
Trimmed my fuzz.
Mm-hmm. Oh, dude, Manscaped, let me tell you something about the 4.0. They engineered the ultimate groin and body trimmer by focusing on intelligent functionality and incredible, comfortable grooming experience. Their 4th generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to our advanced skin-safe technology. I now feel confident shaving my boys. That is true. I had no nicks.
I wasn't nervous at all.
Yeah, I had zero nicks. And I've shaved my balls plenty of times with other razors and other things like that. You know what I mean? And always, literally always a nick or two, which sucks because your balls, you don't want your balls bleeding all day.
Yeah, that's gross.
Because it's
You're not
nonstop. A lot of
supposed to
blood down there.
bleed.
Yeah, so you just don't want that. You know what I mean? I didn't know this also. I'm one of the first people, me and you, Samantha, to try the new 4.0, and I am blown away by the performance. I literally am. It's phenomenal. It really is. This upgraded trimmer includes a multi-function on and off switch that can engage a travel lock. It really can. You can lock it if you need to. It also gives you the ability to turn the 400K LED spotlight on and off whenever needed for a precise shave.
I looked up how
Oh
to
my
do
God.
it.
The Lawnmower 4.0 even allows you to customize your trim through additional guard lengths with sizes 1 through 4, which is really nice. I did need the size length. I was going to go no trimmer, and Sam had to help me out here.
Yeah, we wanted to get a little bit of a fade going.
I wanted more of a fade. I didn't want a football, but I like the fade. Did I mention, this is very important, wireless charging. Look at this. This is wireless. This is charging right now, all right? Wireless charging, well, you got to plug it in, but it could be charging right now is my point.
It could be.
Wireless charging uses electromagnetic induction, which can help battery length last longer. Men, if you've been shaving with the same nut trimmer on your face, you've been doing it wrong. No person wants pubes in their mouth.
Yeah, you should have one for each.
One for each. Me and Sam both have one. It's fucking awesome. It's time to get your own ball and hair and body trimmer with Manscaped to make me time the best time and enhance your confidence with some nice, smooth boys. Get 20% off, free shipping with the code SPOILTHEBEANS. All one word, Spoil the Beans, all caps. Guys, it's the name of the pod, Spoil the Beans. Easy. Manscaped, use it. Yo, let me tell you this. These are some of the things that you get. Waterproof trimmer, reduces foot odor. I didn't know that, but this does reduce foot odor.
Really?
It does. The Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer helps reduce nicks, reduces the risk of ingrown hairs, and reduces the risk of grooming accidents. I stand by all those things 1,000%. This is not because they're the first brand to support us. I genuinely fuck with this. Mm-hmm. The nose trimmer, incredible. Got all my nose hairs out.
He's got a hairy nose. That's the
I
one
do
thing
have a
that
very
is
nose.
very hairy.
I'm not really a hairy guy. My
He's
balls
not.
a little bit, but my nose
But
gets
your
pretty hairy.
nose needed.
I loved this. The crop preserver, the ball deodorant, genuinely found it refreshing on my testes.
You felt
It
refreshed.
added a little spice. You know, it really did. I wasn't mad about it. I really wasn't. The crop reviver, the ball toner, also felt good on my balls. I love this bag that they come with. This is just nice for, because I
This
travel
is
a
called
lot.
The shed.
Is that what it's called?
That's what it says on here. The shed. It's
The shed, the travel
storage
bag. I travel a lot,
They have
so
cool
I've been
stuff.
using it on the road. Unbelievable. Unbelievable kit. Unbelievable package. I've been putting my other toiletries in this, but it's phenomenal. Dude, everything they sent us, I've been using. Every single thing. Sam uses them.
I did. I had to trim the fuzz.
Dude, if you're in
can
a
both-
couple, get two. Get the 4.0
Yeah, get two.
lawnmower. Unreal. Get the fucking, for fellas, if you got a hairy nose, get the weed whacker. 1,000% recommend the weed whacker if you got a hairy nose. Ball fucking deodorant, the crop preserver, unbelievable. The toner, unbelievable. God, the Lawnmower 4.0, seriously. I genuinely loved this product. It is so worth it. It's just, I shaved. I'm going to probably shave again in another week. Took me 10 minutes. Crop the area. More inches.
It took you less time than 10 minutes.
Did it? It felt so fast.
It was very fast. Maybe
was
like
quick.
2 songs.
It was 2 rap songs. So we're talking,
rap
it might be 6
songs?
minutes. Probably, yeah, right. 6 minutes if we're being all the way honest. 6 minutes. Your boy was fresh shaved up. We had incredible sex. Can I guarantee the great sex you'll have? I can't guarantee that. I can hope for it. I'll hope for it.
We can put that energy into
I'll
your
put that
future.
energy. If you use Spoil the Beans, Manscaped,
20%
promo code,
off.
20% off, plus free shipping, I will put that good energy if you're going to have good sex after you Manscaped. I'm going to put that out there on you.
That's free, man.
That's for you. Guys,
lady.
Spoil the Beans. The promo code's right here. Use it. Don't lose it. All right, 20% off. And Manscaped, thank you so much, man. You guys, this
Thank
was
you,
amazing.
Manscaped.
We really appreciate it. We love you guys. Thanks for supporting the Bean Mafia. And back to the movie. And we're back. You son of a bitch. You guys don't realize, but we got into a huge fight during the commercial break. We got into a huge fight.
It was over a lot of things.
It was
too.
over a lot of
Yeah,
past
yeah.
stuff. I know you guys left, and I was like, wow, it was a really sweet moment.
Yeah.
But, oh, man, I am angry, boiling up.
Personal things came up. Global things came up. Everything.
I was more upset about the global stuff.
Yeah. Well, it's bigger.
Yeah,
But the personal stuff is personal, man.
it was a little personal.
It was
I can't
a
believe
little
you went
personal
there.
for me, yeah.
But whatever. The show must go on. That's what they say. Literally, Sam put a gun to both of our heads and said, the show must go on.
Yep.
Don't look over. She's got a gun over there. Don't look over there. Just let's just do the episode.
I'm afraid.
I am also afraid.
Yeah.
Berner, you ready to hear a movie?
Yes, sir.
Yo, we're starting the new year off with a bang. You got to start it off with a classic, bro. I always feel that way about the pod. I was like, you know what? Start the year off with what people want. What do they come for?
Okay.
Well, people come for one thing, I think, in every movie, and that's kung fu. Jeffrey, can you tell me what you think happens in the fucking cinema classic? It's a classic. It's a perfect movie. That's why they made a bunch of them. Kung Fu Panda.
Okay, I've heard of this. And I know there's a Jack Black, which is great. I'm going to say there's a panda.
Okay, I'm not going to give you anything. Maybe.
Okay. Okay.
Maybe there's a panda.
And I think, as I recall, I've seen ads. There's other animals, and they're doing animal stuff, but they're like people. They're animals doing people stuff, but sometimes the animal stuff.
That's what makes it. Well, that's a little silly. That's you being a little silly.
Yeah, well, that's what makes a good comedy. And then,
when you break it down,
actually,
I'm not even kidding. That is what makes a really funny thing. And it's like, well, I don't know how to make that not funny.
Oh, I love
An animal
that.
doing people stuff
Yeah.
slightly.
best.
But still does the little animal stuff too.
yeah, well, it's got to be a little bit the animal, otherwise it's just like.
Now this is just a
Well,
fucking.
yeah, why is this dog just like stressing out about TurboTax? It's like make it wag its tail or like eat a bone or something.
Oh my god.
But he's just at his desk.
Yo,
He's
like
just
stressing.
a dog acting like literally
his
like
dog
a person.
friend's just cheating on him with his wife and like.
Yeah, there's nothing dog-like. It's
Yeah,
literally just
it's
bad.
not like they're having dog sex. It's like
No.
no, it's just like personal cheating. You know, people having an affair.
It's like if Go Dogs Go were literally just like a dog sitting in traffic on his way to work. Just
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah. Like some of the dogs are just like really, really sad that they didn't, become race dogs. Like, and that's what they
Race
think
dog?
about all the time. It's just like it depresses them because they always wanted to be a dog that races.
Oh, like NASCAR?
Yeah, even that. I was thinking more like running, like the dog Olympics.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Or a show dog
is-
who was once a famous dog, but then he got hurt and he didn't get to be a show dog anymore, and now he's just like, addicted to opioids.
Well, but now you're mixing in a little bit of dog-likeness.
Oh
to
yeah,
it,
because
like
he was a show dog.
So
You're-
it kind of
You're right. It's better if he drove NASCAR.
Yeah,
and then he got hurt and he can't drive anymore and he's addicted to opioids.
right. Yeah.
And they're like, why is this penguin so like me?
Yeah, I would love to see that actually. Yes,
Yo, a movie
I'm gonna
with
say
animals?
this movie they don't do anything animal-like.
Okay, go for it. Okay,
It
give me
is
that.
just there's a gang war. There's animals making drugs, and the panda accidentally like crosses onto their turf and they fuck him up. They
Damn.
fuck him up real bad, and he's hospitalized.
Oh my
and
God.
It doesn't seem like he's gonna make it, and he does, but it crushes his mother. She's
Oh
like
my
really-
God.
I
It just
know.
crushes her. It just like emotionally.
Yeah, and you can kind of see it kind of starts to erode her psychologically throughout the
Oh my
film.
God. These are pandas.
Yeah, they
These
just
are cute. They're really adorable looking
Yeah,
bears.
they just have-
Very dangerous, by the way.
yeah, they just look out.
Yeah, if you
Next
ever
time-
see one, don't let
yeah.
the cuteness. They will fucking hurt you.
Yeah. They're just they happen to be pandas, but everything else is what I'm talking about.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Is the mother drinking?
And then, of course, that's part of the psychological erosion.
Oh.
And then she ends up dying in a drinking and driving accident. And also, she's a panda. and then,
Yo.
the main character, Jack Black, vows to learn kung fu.
Oh, that's where the kung fu comes in?
He starts going to karate classes. For like $90 a month, which is expensive.
That's pretty expensive.
Yeah. It really starts eating into his budget, actually, especially because he has to pay more of his own expenses now because his mom can't help
he
him
had to
out.
pay for the funeral and
Yeah,
all that
yeah,
stuff. Like,
yeah.
Oh my God, they didn't
Yeah.
have insurance. They didn't have any of that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, and everyone in his family is like, "What are you doing? You need to step up more and be an adult now. Stop going to karate classes. You're a fucking loser."
Panda.
Yeah, and they're pandas. But then he runs into the same gang that beat him up before, and they beat him up again.
Oh my God. Oh my God, Jeffrey.
But then next time he's training in karate class, you can tell he's more into it emotionally. He's able to put his feelings into it more because he's been through so much.
Yeah.
And then he gets his yellow belt, and it ends, and they're pandas.
Yo. What the fuck, man? He just got his ass kicked. A lot of it.
Yeah, it's pretty accurate, you know.
Well,
they had weapons. It's a gang.
It's a gang. Yeah, he's just
Doesn't
one
matter.
panda.
Yeah.
He's just one regular panda.
Yeah.
Yo.
It's a good thing they didn't kill him.
I thought you were gonna say at one point he like I don't know why in my head it'd be so funny. Like at one point he gets sick and gets really skinny. So it's like a really skinny panda.
Yeah, that does happen, but that's not like a main plot. That just happens.
Oh.
And then yeah.
Yo, he's wearing like a little beanie and shit. And
Yeah.
it's because he's, insecure.
Right. But the martial arts really make him feel better.
Yeah, it also builds his body back up.
Yeah, yeah. It is kind of it's an inspirational story. I mean, life could be better, but couldn't it always?
Couldn't it always? Oh
Except,
my God.
and that's why we have 2022, the year with no suffering. This is the
year,
one.
This is the year of no suffering starts now, baby.
Yeah.
2022, no more suffering. Not a single suffer will be had.
Yeah, pain. That's old shit.
If I see anybody suffering, I'll fucking kill them. I don't tolerate suffering
Yeah,
this year.
fuck that suffering up.
Yeah, fuck that suffering, bro.
See somebody with depression, just punch it out of them.
Yeah, you gotta get it out of you. I'm getting it out of you, bro. I'm just getting
Fuck you, depression. You just,
it. And I hit it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and they're like, Deric, you're hitting me. I said, no, I'm hitting your depression. Yeah, so that's what this year's about, dog. It's about, being there for your friends.
Yeah.
In all kinds of ways. Jeffrey, are you ready to hear Kung Fu Panda?
Yes.
Bro,
yeah, put it in me.
I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna vomit it right in you, baby bird. Yo, watching this movie, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Hour 25 minutes.
Good length. Good length for a movie called Kung Fu Panda.
That's
perfect Kung Fu Panda length. Yeah.
This is the thing about movies, bro. It's like they're simple ingredients that, like, if you can just kind of nail those, like you said, if a movie's called Kung Fu Panda, it's got to be about hour 25 minutes.
Yeah. It could be like 4 hours.
Okay, you can't. I mean, it technically is because they made 3 of these motherfuckers. So
Okay,
if you put them back to back to back,
eventually, yeah.
that is 4 hours of
Yeah,
Kung Fu Panda.
yeah, yeah.
But they didn't do it like that. They did it one at a time.
Yeah.
Okay, they realized that they had a Lord of the Rings level trilogy with this. They realized the deepness in this.
Sure.
This movie is fucking unbelievable. I loved it as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it in theaters. I mean, not even as a kid. Whenever it came out, I think it came out 2000 something. So whenever it came out,
Oh, 19?
yeah, I think it came out 2019.
Okay.
So yeah, I was 29. I was a kid. It was my younger days.
Sure.
But when this movie came out, I loved it then, and it's one of those movies where it's like it's like The Hangover.
Okay.
2 and 3, it's like, to me, they don't even exist. And not that they're bad movies. I've seen me and the summer talking about 3 is actually not bad. 2's whatever. 3 is actually not bad.
Okay.
But if this would have just been a standalone animated movie, people would be like, bro, that was unreal how good Kung Fu Panda is.
Okay.
Because this first one, it's stupid good.
I'm in for it. I love Jack Black.
Yeah, Jack Black. Me and Sam
He's
were talking about how
amazing
good he is.
always. Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty good. He's pretty good at picking scripts and pretty good at leading movies. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Movie starts. You see this animated little monkey, like a little Japanese, like Japanese animation kind of animation.
Okay.
And he like does a bunch of cool shit. And he jumps up to the moon and he throws a fishing line, and it's the DreamWorks logo.
Okay.
But it's like super Asian-y.
Okay.
Kung Fu Panda. Legends tell of a legendary warrior whose kung fu skills were stuff of legend. He traveled the land in search of worthy foes, right? You see all this super dope anime, and you see this panda like cut up, you know what I mean? He's like walking through like the wind and shit, you know, and he goes into a bar, and he sits down, and like a bunch of animals are looking at him all evil, and then like one fucking big moose walks up, and he's like, I see, you like to chew. Maybe you should chew on my fist. And he hits like the table. And then he goes, you hear Jack Black, the warrior said nothing because his mouth was full. Then he swallowed, and then he spoke. Shashabui! And he like does a bunch of kung fu, right? He just gigs up, he's kicking everybody's ass, and he's like, oh my God, his enemies would literally go blind from pure overexposure to awesomeness. And people were like, he's too awesome, right? And then somebody else was like, and he's attractive. And then he beats them all up, and then like these little like fucking like smaller animals come up, and they're like, thank you so much, sir. How can we repay you? And he's like, there is no charge for awesomeness or attractiveness. And he fucking runs off, and he kicks a bunch of other people's ass, right? Mm-hmm. Never before has a panda been so feared and so loved. Even the most heroic heroes in China, the Furious Five. And you see these like 5 ninjas that are different animals. Like there's a viper, a crane, a mantis, a monkey, and a tiger. Okay?
Sure.
And they jump down, and the Furious Five bow to him with great respect. And they're like, master, right? And then the monkey's like, we should hang out to the panda. And the panda's like, agreed. And it's like everything like super like kung fu, right?
Okay, yeah.
And then the panda goes, but hanging out will have to wait, like the voiceover, because when facing the 1,000 demon masters of the Shingu army, there's only one thing you can pull. There's only one thing you can pull. You'll be late for work. And you see a nigga, boom, like wake up. And the animation cuts to like really good, like Disney animation, like that unbelievable shit, like Zootopia, that kind of animation. And it's fucking a big panda bear, like in a little ass bed. And he's got like a regular room, you know what I mean? Like in a small apartment.
Yeah.
Bro, I love a panda who's having dreams. And he's brought back to his regular life.
That's kind of what we were talking about.
Literally, bro.
But he is a panda.
But that nigga's a panda though. Okay? He has kung fu shit all over his room. And he's got toys of the Furious Five, the animals I told you about, all over his room, right? And he runs over to the animals. And this nigga is Jack Black. I gotta say that too. The panda is Jack Black, bro. You seen School of Rock?
Oh, yeah.
Imagine if that character was just a fucking panda.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, it's this nigga fool, and he runs up to his toys, and he's like, monkey, mantis, crane, viper, tigress, right? And he's fucking running around his room, and hears dad again, Paul, you'll be late for work. And he goes downstairs, and he's like, sorry, dad. And then you see, bro, his dad is a motherfucking goose, nigga. They don't address it. That's what I love. I was like, oh, pure genius writing. It's just a fucking goose.
A goose is the funniest pick for some reason as well.
Bruh,
Yeah.
it's a panda bear. He's huge. Also, like, like the whole time, so he's walking around this itty bitty apartment for a goose.
Right.
So it's like this panda's like, he's like this the whole time. Like so uncomfortable, bro. Could you imagine? It's a house built for a goose.
Yeah, geese and pandas are very different animals.
Bro.
I've always said that.
But yo, this nigga loves his panda like a son, bro. He said, you gonna be late for work. Like, come on, man. Get your shit together. Right. I'm your goose dad. Also, the panda sounds like Jack Black. The goose, Asian as fuck. The most Asian accent of all time. Like, it's clearly, it's an Asian actor too.
Okay.
Like, he's been in a lot of shit. So, you know, he's like, he goes, so he gets downstairs, he's like, sorry, dad. And he goes, sorry doesn't make the noodles, Po. What were you up there doing? Also, I love when people clearly speak another language first, but for some reason they're choosing to speak in English. It's always interesting.
Yeah, that happens a lot in movies.
Yeah, it's like everybody's like, you know what, English makes more money, I guess.
It's very convenient, yeah.
It's for us. Oh my God, thank God they all do that.
Yeah.
So,
or they conveniently let you know what they're saying in English at the bottom of the
bottom,
screen.
which is also perfect.
Yeah.
So he goes, oh, I'm sorry, Dad, I had a crazy dream. About what, my son? And he looks at him, he's like, he kind of chickens out, and he's like, noodles. And he goes, really? And then they own a noodle restaurant. That's what they're at. Like, they had a noodle restaurant, right? And he goes, my son, finally having the noodle dream. I've been waiting so long for this moment. This is a sign, Poe. You are almost ready to be entrusted with the secret ingredient to my super secret ingredient soup. And he's like, really, Dad? He goes, yes. And then you can take over the restaurant. It's been and it talks about how he's been in his family forever because we are noodle folk. Broth runs through our veins. Which I love that, bro.
Yeah.
Broth runs through our veins.
This is good writing. Did Jack Black write this?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I didn't look at who wrote it, though. Somebody might have to look that up. Sam said
I mean, some of the dialogue is very Jack Blacky.
Oh, it's him. I mean, we haven't even gotten to that
intro.
Yeah. Oh, the intro is bro.
Yeah.
Of legend. You just keep saying
Legend, fire, legend, hero.
Awesomeness.
Awesome.
That is like a Jack Black vocab.
Yeah.
So he's looking at his dad. He goes, Dad, didn't you ever want to do something else? Ever in your life? Has it always been noodles? He goes, I mean, as a kid, this was crazy. I wanted to make tofu at one point. He goes, that's okay, Dad. Why did?
Lovable goose dad.
Oh, so lovable.
Yeah.
He goes, why didn't you? He laughs. And he's like, why? Because it's tofu. Could you imagine me making tofu? He goes, it was a crazy dream. We all have our place in this world. Yours is here. Now get to work, right? And he sends him out into the restaurant. Mm-hmm. We see a little squirrel sitting up top. The camera pans up top this mountain, bro. See a beautiful palace. And you see a little motherfucking squirrel sitting like this, like peacefully, you know what I mean? Like this, right? And then you see the 5 animals I talked about.
Yeah.
All attack him. And he fucks them up super easy. And he stops them, right? And then they all bow. And he goes, students, if you were trying, he goes, that was well done. If you were trying to disappoint me. The squirrel is Dustin Hoffman.
Cool. Interesting.
Master Shifu.
Okay, he's got a good kind of quietish voice for that.
Oh,
yeah,
bro. Super serious.
Yeah.
And he goes,
I'll take the soup.
Who wrote it, Sam?
Jonathan Abel and Glenn Berger.
Jonathan Abel and Glenn Berger.
And they've also written all the other Kung Fu Pandas. The
Okay.
Trolls movies,
They wrote the Kung Fu Pandas and the Troll movies.
and all the Alvin and the Chipmunks movies.
And all the Alvin and the Chipmunks movies.
Okay, they found their lane.
They found a lane. Yo, they found a little. These niggas found a lane, bro.
Yeah.
That is. I'm not mad at that lane though. I'd like to be in that lane one day. So,
Yeah, move over. Whatever your name is.
bitch ass niggas.
Yeah.
And I'm in that world now. I'm just very aggressive.
How you doing?
So right then a little duck comes up. He's like, Master Shifu, Master Oogway would like to see you. And the fucking squirrel runs off right into the palace. And he runs up and we see this turtle, old ass turtle.
Okay.
He old, bro.
Yeah.
And he's balancing on a motherfucking he's balancing on his staff. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Just balancing. And Shifu was like, Master, is something wrong? Why does something have to be wrong? To see a friend. For me to want to see my friend. And then he's like, oh, sorry. So nothing's wrong. Well, I didn't say that. I had a vision. Tai Lung will return. And then Shifu's like, oh, and it's like a flashback. You see this fucking big ass panther running through the house, kicking up, fucking up everybody, right? Mm-hmm. And then it cuts back to him and he's like, impossible. Tai Lung is in prison. Nothing is impossible, my friend. And he's like, Shifu calls another duck over. And he's like, hey, I need you to go to this prison, yada, yada, then tell them that Tai Lung is trying to escape. Double the guards, double security, double his watch, double everything. He will not break free. Go. And the duck's like, yes. And the duck flies off. All right. And then the old turtle looks at him and he goes, one often meets his destiny on the road he takes to avoid it. Mm. And then he's like, what do you mean, Master? We have to do something. Your mind is like this water, my friend. When agitated, it is difficult to see. But when allowed to settle, he taps the water like that, and so it just settles.
Okay.
It's like, it all can become clear. And then with the water, they look up the reflection. You see a dragon scroll, like a scroll on top of this, being held by a dragon's mouth on top of the ceiling. You know what I mean? And he goes, the dragon, the dragon warrior. But Master, what soldier in the universe deserves limitless power from the dragon scroll? And then Master Oogway's like, I don't know. Right? So they announced in the city that the dragon scroll will be given out today to the Dragon Master, like the Dragon Warrior.
Okay.
So that's gonna be so everyone's going crazy. Poe's going nuts. He's telling everybody like leave the restaurant. Go, they're announcing it. Get out of here. Stop eating noodles. Go, let's find out. And he goes to run off, and his dad's like, Poe, where are you going? And he's like, the J Palace. They're announcing the Dragon Warrior today. He goes, but Poe, you forgot the noodle cart. And he gives him a cart. And he's like, but Dad. And he's like, yes. He's like, I was thinking maybe. And the dad's like, yes. And he's like, maybe I'll sell the bean buns too. He's like, that's my boy. And he goes and he grabs him and he gives it to him. He's like, yeah. He's like, I knew that dream was a sign. He's like, I'm glad I had it. We see the palace. It's beautiful. There's people are walking up these stairs to get to the palace. And it's like, we're talking like insane amount of stairs.
Okay.
Like an insane amount of stairs, all right? And Poe's just looking up and he's like, oh, fuck. Because he's a fat panda.
Right.
And he starts to try to drag the cart, and he's going step by step, and like you see like the sun like move, like that's how much time passes.
Yeah.
And he's just going step by step, and he's finally like and he looks down, and he's up like 7 steps. And he's like, no, come on, no. And he's fuck it, and he drops the fucking cart, and he just takes off running up the stairs. Okay. Shifu and Oogway are talking, and Oogway's like, are your students ready, Shifu? And Shifu's like, yes, master. And he goes, okay, now remember, old friend, whoever I choose will not just bring peace to the valley, but to you. And Shifu's like, right? And Master Oogway walks off, okay?
Okay.
And then Shifu finally comes out and he's like, let the tournament begin. And you see like a tournament about to start. Everybody starts cheering in their seats. Poe finally makes it up the stairs. And he's like, oh, God. Yeah! Yes! And he walks to the door. Boom, the door's closed right in front of his face. Right? And he's like, no! Open the door! Let me in! He's banging. You can hear Shifu intro all the Furious Five. Like he enters Monkey and all the people, right? And he's looking through the hole. Our boy's looking through the hole, and as he's looking, he gets like knocked back and falls down the stairs again. He has to climb back up the stairs, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. He like tries to pole vault his way in. He tries to boomerang like a catapult his way in, and then like there's this great shot of like he's doing like a montage of all these ways just failing to get in, and then it's just him sitting on the steps like. Just like crying, and then back to him trying to get in, and he just can't get in. Right?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
And so finally, inside Oogway stops everything, and he goes, "I sense the Dragon Warrior is among us." And then Shifu's like, oh, "Master Oogway," and he stands up. Master Oogway will now choose the Dragon Warrior. And the Furious Five form in front of him, right? And then Poe outside is like, no! He hears this, and he sees a bunch of fireworks. He's like, he grabs them all, and he ties them all up to a chair, okay? And you see Oogway walking down the steps. You see fucking him tying the chair. Oogway's walking down, he's tying the chair. And then right when he finally gets all the fireworks thing, and he lights it, he lights the cord, it starts going. His dad goes, Poe, what are you doing? And he goes, and his dad's dragging the cart up like, you left your cart, right? And he's like, I'm going to see the Dragon Warrior, Dad. He goes, but you had the noodle dream, Poe. He goes, Dad, I lied. I don't dream of noodles. And he looks down and he sees the spark and it's getting right to about to blow up. And he's like, I love Kung Fu. And nothing happens. And he's like, and then the chair just falls over, right? And he's like, you see a tear come out his eye, he starts crying. And his dad's like, come on, son, let's go back to work. And Poe's like, okay. And he goes to stand up, and the chair just goes, shoom, goes off, right? And he slams on the wall. Bam! He's like, ah! His face like he's smashed into this wall, bro. Okay. And then he shoots up, and like the rockets all go off, and his chair like disintegrates, and he's all fucked up. And then he starts falling down fast as shit, and he lands, boom, right dead center in the ring, right?
Yeah.
So the camera angle when he wakes up is from his point of view, like his eyes opening like this, you know, and he's like, and he looks up, and it's the Furious Five, and he's like, oh, shit, I know you guys, right? And then he turns around, and he looks, and Master Oogway, it's a finger in his face, and Master Oogway's pointing at him, okay? And he's like, sorry, I wanted to see the Dragon Warrior. And Oogway's like, how interesting. And then Tigress goes, Master, Tigress, by the way, I'll start. When they speak, I'll say who they are. Tigress is Angelina Jolie. Oh, bro. When I say each person, you're going to be like, what the fuck?
Okay.
Each of the 5 are crazy.
Well, this is post-Shrek, right?
This is post-Shrek.
Okay, Shrek changed it a little.
Shrek
it's
changed the
like
game.
Stars can be,
And all of
voice actors.
and be like every like actor.
all
in
of
it.
them, yeah, because I mean, there's like some small ones like Robin Williams or Eddie Murphy, right, as the dragon.
In Mulan. Mhm.
Yeah, that's about it.
Where
I
it's
can
not like
think
a
of,
star-studded cast, but Shrek was like, no,
Yeah.
everybody in this is going to be
Everybody.
gangbusters.
Yeah.
And then they were like, oh, okay, we can do this?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I already said Dustin Hoffman and Jack Black. Like, okay. And Angelina Jolie. Okay, that's another one. So she's like, Master. She's looking at Oogway. Are you pointing at me? And then Oogway's like, no, him. And then Panda's like, who, me? And then he is like, Oogway goes, the universe has brought us the Dragon Warrior. And everybody's like, yeah! And Shifu and all the warriors are like, what? Right? They're pissed. And then Shifu's going off like, no, wait, that can't be, it's a mistake. That can't be right. And then like all these other like little like people that work at the palace come and they grab Poe and they lift him up and they put him on a chair. You know what I'm saying? They're like, this has to be a mistake. You were pointing at Tigress. That big flabby panda fell in front of him. It's an accident. And then Oogway goes, my friend, there are no accidents. Right? And then right as he says that, the chair they put Poe on just breaks and he falls. And she was like,
Yeah, that's great time. Yeah, that's
he's
good.
like,
That's
what the
good stuff. Yeah.
So Tigress walks up to Shifu and she's like, Master, forgive me. I failed you. And he goes, no. If the panda doesn't quit by morning, I failed you. Okay? So we see the duck. Remember that duck that Shifu sent to the jail?
Yeah.
So we see the duck flying, bro, and it's a cold-ass tundra. He's in the middle of nowhere, like snowstorm.
Okay.
He gets to this big-ass jail, and in the jail, all the guards are rhinos.
Cool.
All of them.
Okay.
They're all rhinos, right?
This is too many. This is 2 movies with a lot of rhinos in a row. You've told me.
Oh, my God. Back-to-back rhino movies.
Yeah.
On purpose.
Genius. Genius.
So, the duck brings him the message that Shifu wrote, right?
Mm-hmm.
The lead rhino is Michael Clark Duncan. Green Mile? Big black
I
guy?
haven't seen. Oh, I do know. Okay, I know the big black guy from Green Mile, though I don't know Green Mile.
Yeah, but he's been in
yeah,
a lot
he's
of
in a
things.
lot of stuff. Yeah.
But,
Okay, cool.
So he's just the voice of the
Yeah,
rhino.
he's that guy for sure.
Oh yeah, it looks like him too.
Yeah.
So he goes, what? Double the guards? Your prison is not adequate? You doubt my prison security? And he grabs the duck and he's like, no, Shifu does. And he goes, I'll give you a message from Shifu. Escape from us is impossible. And he points him down like his head down this gigantic hole where at the very bottom in the dead center, you see like a prisoner. Right?
That's pretty cool.
And he's like, see what I mean? And he slaps the duck on the back and one of the duck's feathers go flying off, right? And he goes, no way. He goes, there's no way in, no way out. 1,000 guards, 1 prisoner. And then the duck goes, yeah, but that prisoner is Tai Lung. Like that, right? And then they get on like this pulley elevator and they go down and they go into a room that has like a drawbridge, right? And they land at the bottom and they go across the drawbridge and you see Tai Lung's in this motherfucking like, it looks like a turtle shell. And it's got all these things in his body and his arms are chained up and holding his arms like are 2 rocks, 2 gigantic boulders like hanging at the edge. Like it's a circle. So it's like, imagine this table, right?
Yeah.
And he's in the middle. And the chains holding his arms are going like this. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they're humongous boulders. So
right.
he can't, there's no way to move his arms.
Right.
Like, so that's what's holding him. And he's got all these things injected to him on this concrete, like, fucking shell they got him in. Okay, like a turtle shell.
Yeah.
So,
Creative.
oh, bro, it's insane. And then he goes, crossbows at the ready. And you see like 100 crossbows get pointed down. And they walk up to him. And the rhino is like, hey, big boy. Heard Oogway found the new Dragon Warrior. And guess what? It's not you. And the duck's like, don't make him mad. And then he's like, he's immobilized. Boom! Stomps on his tail hard as shit. He does nothing. He's like, see what I mean? And the duck's like, okay, I've seen enough. I'll tell Shifu it's fine. Can we go, please? And he's like, of course, come on. And he grabs him and they walk out. The camera stays on Tai Lung, bro. Okay? You see them going up. The camera stays, it's just there for a minute. And then you see that feather. And it falls right in front of Tai Lung. His eyes open. Unbelievable shot. Unbelievable shot. Unbelievable, right? And then you see a tail like the feather's just gone like that, like with his tail. Okay. Cut back to they bring Poe. Poe is in the palace. They bring him in the palace, but they leave him in the room by himself, right? Mm-hmm. So he's in the Jade Palace for the first time. But he loves Kung Fu. So he knows everything. He's a diehard fan. Yeah. He's a fan of all that shit. So he's running around like, oh, the Sacred Hall of Warriors. Look at this place. And he's like, oh, Master Rhino's armor with authentic battle damage. He's like fucking yelling and shit. He's like, the sword of heroes. So sharp, they say it can cut you by just looking at, oh, God. Yo, that's good. Fucking, come on. Just by looking at, oh, God.
That's clever, yeah.
And then he runs up to this big pot and he's like, oh, the legendary urn of whispering warriors told to hold the souls of the entire Shengu army. Hello. And then you hear behind him, have you finished sightseeing? And he's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I should have came to see you first. And then you hear, my patience is wearing thin. And then he's like, well, I mean, you're kind of in a vase. You're not really going anywhere. I don't know why. What do you mean by that, right? And then he's like, turn around, you idiot. And he turns around. He's like, oh, it's Shifu. He's like, what's up? And he starts talking back to the pot. And then he's like, oh, shit, I'm sorry. And he breaks the pot. And he's like, oh, I'll fix it. Oh, God, do you have glue? Oh, man, I'm so sorry. And he's like breaking shit because he's just an idiot, you know?
And a panda.
He's a big panda.
Yeah.
He's big.
They are. And they're a little clumsy.
Yeah. So Shifu goes, so you are the legendary dragon warrior. And Panda's like, I guess, right? He goes, wrong. You're never that until you have the secret of the dragon skull. And he points up and you see the dragon scroll and it's like way high up, right? Mm-hmm. And fucking Poe is looking at it. He's like, whoa. So do you have like a ladder or is it, like what's the situation? And he goes, you think I'll give you the limitless power? Huh? Look at you. Your fat butt, your flabby arms, and this ridiculous belly, and an utter regard for personal hygiene. And then Poe goes, hey, and like point at me like that. Poe goes, he goes, hey, and then fucking Master Shifu grabs his hand like this, and then goes like this, right? And then the panda goes, oh, the Wuxi finger hold. Oh God! And then Shifu's like, you know this hold? He's like, yes, I do. Oh God, please. And he goes, oh, if you know this hold, you know what happens when I flex my pinky. He goes, oh my God, please don't do it. Please don't do it. Please. He goes, you know the worst part about this move? He goes, what? The worst part is the cleanup. And he's like, oh God! He's just holding this nigga's finger. Right. That's all that's happening, bro. And he goes, Master Oogway may have picked you, but when I'm done with you, you'll wish he hadn't. Let's get started. And Poe's like, yeah!
That's funny.
So he takes him to the training room, right? And the Furious Five are in there. They going at it. It's like a dope-ass training facility.
Okay, yeah.
Super high-tech, like some Avenger shit. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, they got all this stuff. And all the animals have their own cool, like, little training section. Mm-hmm. And then he looks at, and they're all doing this amazing stuff, right? And Poe's just watching it. And then Shifu looks at him and he goes, let's begin. And he's like, wait, now? He goes, yes, now. Unless Oogway was wrong and you are not the Dragon Warrior. And he goes, well, I mean, I think I'm the Dragon Warrior, but I don't know if I can do all those moves. And he goes, well, you have to try, Panda. Let's see. He goes, well, maybe we can find something a little bit more for my level. And what level is that? I'm not a master, but maybe 0? Is there a level 0? And he goes, there is no level 0. And he goes, well, maybe I can use this thing. And he points. And he goes, what? And he grabs this little like toy blow-up doll, right? Like a little toy like doll, right? And he goes, we use that to train the children or to prop the door open when it's hot. And he goes, yeah, but this is like something I can use. Right then the Furious Five walk up. And he's like, oh my God, the Furious Five. He goes, you're all such bigger than your action figures. Except you, Mantis. You're the same. And you see a little fucking mantis. The mantis, Seth Rogen.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Give the little thing a big guy voice.
A big guy voice.
Yeah.
So he goes, go ahead, Panda. Show us what you can do, Shifu. And he goes, hit the dummy. And he goes, ooh, I don't know if I should hit it now. I just ate. I'm still kind of digesting. And he's like, my kung fu might not be as good as after it. I let it settle. Hit it, Po. Okay, all right. I'll hit it. All right. What you got? He starts talking shit to it. Huh? You talking to me? Huh? You coming at me? I'll come at you with crazy feet. You want to see crazy feet? You've never seen bear style. You've seen only monkey style or mantis. Right? He goes, hit it. He goes, okay. And he barely hits it. Hit it a little harder. And he's like, boom. He hits the hardest shit and he smiles and it bounces off the wall. But hits him back and knocks him into all the training shit. So, bro, he starts going through all the training shit, just getting fucked up. Just getting hit in the nuts. He's like, my tenders. And he's just getting fucked up, right? We hear the furious, like, he goes through it all and he gets burnt up and he's like, how did I do? Right? And they all just kind of walk away. They leave him. So you see the Furious Five and the Master all going up the stairs and they're all talking shit. And the Crane is shitting on him, right? And he's like, I can't believe this fat guy is, going to be a part of us. The Crane, David Cross.
Cool. Good
Okay.
call.
Mantis is like, when this guy walks, the very ground shakes. Tigress is like actually pissed. Like the other ones are like shitting on him. Tigress is like, fuck that guy. I can't believe he's fucking with us. You know what I mean? And then they're like, they should have picked someone who can touch his toes. And then the monkey's like, or even see his toes. Monkey is Jackie Chan.
Cool. Okay. Yeah.
So they all laugh at that, right? And they walk up the stairs. Poe is behind them. He hears all of this. And he's just like, he tries to touch his like look at his toes and he falls on his face. And he's just crushed, Mm-hmm. So at night, he's going through the hallway. He's tippy-toeing through the hallway trying to like not be heard like leaving. Mm-hmm. And as he does this, the floor is creaking and he's like, and he's trying to avoid the creaks and he falls into a room and it's Crane's room. And the Crane kind of like looks at him and he's like, oh shit, hey Crane, hi. You're up. And the Crane's like, I am now. And he's kind of looking at him. And he's like, man, that was some day, huh? How that kung fu, so hard. Your biceps sore, huh, buddy? He like taps him. And Crane's like, look, man, I don't know how he's talking to him because he's like rubbing his face like with his feathers.
Yeah.
Like, I've had a long day and somewhat disappointing day. I think I should get some sleep. He's like, oh, of course. I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm such a big fan. And David Cross kind of rolls his eyes, and he starts like bragging, like fanning out about all the big fights he's had. And then Crane's like, look, man, you don't belong here. And he's like, I know. I've always loved Kung Fu my whole life. And I've always looked up to you guys. And Crane's like, whoa, bro. No. Like, you don't belong here. This is my room. Property of Crane. You have your room. He's like, oh, sorry. You're right. Sorry. You got a big day tomorrow. All right. Just want to say, you're awesome. Last thing I'm saying. Big fan. Closes the door. He starts going down the hallway. Tigress comes out.
Okay.
And she just goes, you don't belong here. And he goes, I know. This is your room. I wasn't even going to go in it. Right. And then she goes, no, here, the Jade Palace. You're a disgrace to what we do and who we are. And if you respect us, you'll be gone by morning. Boom, slams the door. And he's like, big fan.
Very meow meow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So Oogway comes up, like, you see, like, this big peach tree on top overlooking the whole city. And Oogway, you see the old turtle walking up, and he comes up on the peach tree, and he sees the panda. And he's like, you have found the peach tree of sacred wisdom. And Poe turns around, and he's got like 1,000,000 peaches in his mouth. And he's like, I thought it was a regular peach tree. Bro, just like so many.
Wow, this seems like an unlikely hero.
Oh, right? A little bit.
A little bit.
How's this guy going to be the hero?
Yeah.
And he's like, so sorry. And he goes, that's okay. You eat when you're upset. And then Panda's like, Poe's like, no, I'm not. He's like, it's okay. Why are you upset? He's like, I sucked more today than anyone in the history of Kung Fu or the history of China. And everyone totally hates me, and it's the worst. And then Uguay's like, totally. And he goes, and I don't belong. I have no claws, no fangs, no wings. I mean, even Mantis has those thingies. He goes, maybe I should just make noodles. And then Uguay goes, quit, don't quit. Noodles, don't noodles. Yesterday is history, but tomorrow is a mystery. Today, but he goes, and today is a gift. That's why we call it the present. And he leaves, right? And Poe's like,
Classic.
yeah, oh shit. Cut back to Tai Lung. You see he uses that feather with his tail, unlocks all of his shit. And you see him like come out of it and like, he stretches for the first time. And then like everyone realizes and they're like, oh no. And the duck's like, oh shit. And then Tai Lung is like, he like roars. And they're like, he's like, fire the crossbows. And then they shoot. Bro, this nigga, like a bunch of crossbows come down, right? And he like dodges them. Like the crossbows are huge. And he dodges them. And then he uses one to like aim it just so it hits the chain. And it knocks his chain off. And then he uses his other hand. He rips the motherfucking chain, right? And then fucking the duck is like, Tai Lung has escaped. I have to tell Shifu. And he tries to fly off and the rhino grabs him. And he's like, no one escapes from here. Okay? It's like, bring us up. And the elevator starts going up. And then, bro, you see Tai Lung, like the elevator goes all the way up and he fucking notices it. And then there's like one going up and then there's another one coming down. And then they cut that one down. So you see another one now flying up. And he has a second to decide, right? So this nigga takes the big crossbows out the ground, kicks them all against the wall, and then like springboards his way up, right? Okay. And he's like, fire the arrows! And they shoot down 1 million. So you see 1 million arrows coming down as this nigga's jumping. At the last second, he grabs the elevator and like gets below it, so all the arrows just go right below, like, you know?
Yeah.
And this nigga comes up, he gets to the next level, he starts fucking all these rhinos up, giving them the business, climbs up to another level, gives them all the business, finally gets up to the top level. And the duck is like standing with the main rhino, and the duck's like, we're dead. And he's like, not yet, we're not. Fire! And they look up, and there's these bombs connected to all these big rocks up top. And they fire an arrow, and it hits, right? And all the fucking rocks start exploding and go, and they drop.
Yeah.
And they break down the bridge that's in front of like Tai Lung and them, like in the between. Tai Lung starts running across and he jumps and he fucking barely misses it. He falls. So now he's going down. And then the fucking rhino's like, ha ha, what now? Can he get, right? And fucking Tai Lung is like falling and he's looking up and he fucking lands on one of the rocks and he's like, he jumps up, bro, starts climbing, starts jumping from rock to rock to rock to rock that's falling, goes all the way up to the last rock before it explodes, grabs the fucking bomb that's on that, fucking throws it back down at them, and then the rhino's like, and then the duck goes, are we dead now? And he's like, yeah. They all blow up.
Wow.
The duck goes flying outside the doors, right? You see Tai Lung walk up, and he grabs the duck, and he grabs the duck, and he goes, I'm so glad Shifu sent you. I got to look up who the voice is. The voice is some evil British kind of nigga, bro. Yeah. And he's like, I was beginning to think I was forgotten. Fly back and tell them the real Dragon Warrior is coming home. And he lets him fly off, right? Okay. The next morning, Master Shifu wakes up all the warriors, right? He's like, morning, right? And they all hop out of the rooms and they're like, Master. And he's like, Panda. Poe's not there. Panda. And he goes to the room. Poe's gone. And they're like, he quit. And they're like, well, what do we do now, Master? He's like, well, the Panda's gone. So we continue to train. And in time, the Dragon Warrior will be revealed. And they're like, yes, Master. So they go to do their training. And when they go to the training thing, fucking Poe is there. And he's got a splits going on this little machine thing, right? Mm-hmm. And he's like, morning, Master. Just thought I'd come here and do some early work. And he's like, And they're looking at him. And he's like, you're stuck, aren't you? He's like, no, of course not. I'm stuck. So they fucking get him out. And then he tells him how long it takes to get like flexibility like that. And he has Tigress show it off. And Tigress does his super cool move, and then he's like, when Tigress does this move, she like hits a rock and the rock like explodes. And Poe is like, and he grabs a piece of the rock and he tries to put it in his pocket. And the fucking Shifu hits it out of his hand. He goes, "We don't collect souvenirs here. The only souvenirs we collect are bloody knuckles and broken bones." And he's like, "So let's begin." And the Poe is like, "Yeah!" So they like one by one, all the animals fuck them up. First is Viper, which is the snake. Viper, by the way, is Lucy Liu.
Okay.
She's fucking them up. And then, every time each person fucks him up, he's like, "That was awesome. Again, let's go." Right? Everyone just one by one fucks him up. And then finally Shifu gets pissed and he's like, "All right, enough, Panda. Your next opponent is me." And he goes, "Step forth." And the Panda steps forth to him and he starts fucking him up real easy and talking shits. He's like, "You got to find your opponent's weakness and you make him suffer for it until he dies or quits." And then Panda's like, "But a real warrior never quits. Don't worry, master. I'll never quit." And he throws him down the stairs. It's just like, fuck, right? And then he's just bouncing down the stairs. And they're like, if he's smart, he won't come back. And he's like, well, and then somebody's like, "I don't think he's going to quit." And he's like, "Well, he definitely won't." And then the crane goes, "Well, he definitely won't quit bouncing." I like how David Cross is like, "I'm throwing this joke in there."
Yeah.
I'm throwing it in there. So after he falls a bunch of stairs, they come back to the top, and Mantis and Viper are like hanging with Poe.
Okay.
They're like being cool with him, kind of, right?
Okay.
And Mantis is doing acupuncture on him. Okay.
Okay.
And he's like, and Poe is like, "Oh man, maybe I'm just not, the right size to be, a kung fu master at all." And Mantis is like, "Damn." He says, "Who am I to judge you off your size? I mean, look at me. Everyone judges me, right?" And then Poe is like, "I just feel like Shifu's trying to get rid of me." And they're like, "No, Shifu seems heartless, but according to legend, he used to smile." And then Viper goes, "Yeah, but that was before." And then Tigress busts in the room, "Tai Lung." And they're all like, and then Poe is like, "I know him. He's a student, first ever to master the 1,000 scrolls of Kung Fu. But he turned bad, and now he's in jail." And then Tigress goes, "He wasn't just a student." And then the flashback scene starts, right? And you see Tai Lung is like a baby cub, and he's left at the door. And he goes, "Shifu found him as a cub and raised him as a son." And you see this nigga like becoming a boy, Shifu raising him, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Shifu trained him and, believed the boy was destined for greatness when he showed talent in Kung Fu. And you see him growing up and they're training together and they're happy and they're just like a lot of love, right? Mm-hmm. And he goes, and he told him so much that he was going to be the Dragon Warrior, destined for greatness. But when the time came, Oogway saw darkness in his heart and refused him the Dragon Scroll. And out of anger, Tai Lung destroyed the village and tried to take it by force. And then you see Tai Lung finally like go through the village. He fucks up all the people on his way to the Jade Palace. He fucking runs in. He's about to go for the Dragon Skull. Shifu goes to punch him, and then Shifu sees him as a baby cub, like the one he raised, and he can't do it. Yeah. So Tai Lung fucks him up, and then Tai Lung's right when he's about to grab the scroll, and he goes, and as he was about to take it, Oogway had to stop him. And you see the turtle jump out of nowhere and hit that nigga with you seen Kill Bill Volume 2? Mm-hmm. The 5-point palm technique.
Oh, wow.
She hits him with the pow, 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 yeah. Right? Or he does, and then Tai Lung just falls, passes out.
Right.
Okay? And they go, Shifu's just looking at his body, right? And he's all sad. And they go, "Shifu loved Tai Lung like he had never loved anyone before." And then you see a little bit more in the future. And we see Tigress training as a young kitty. And she does a super cool move. And she's really proud of herself. And she looks back at Shifu. And he doesn't care at all. And then you hear, "or sense." Okay? Cut back to Tigress. And she's like, "And now he has a chance to finally make things right. Our master. And train the true Dragon Warrior. And he's stuck with you. A big, fat panda that treats everything like a joke." And you see Panda's face, and he's like, and then he goes, like that. And she goes, "Ah, I've had it." And then the Mantis goes, wait, that was my fault. I may have punctured his nerve that fucked up his face. I'm sorry. And then you see Panda fall, and there's like a million acupuncture things in his back. So, cut to our boy Shifu meditating. Okay? The duck from the prison that he sent lands back. And he's like, runs up to Shifu in a panic. And Shifu's like, "Oh, my good friend Zhang. I could use some good news right now, brother." And the duck's like, right?
Yeah.
Cut to, you see Shifu running up to Master Oogway, right? Master Oogway's up by the peach tree. And he runs up, Master, I have bad news, terrible news. Oh, Shifu, there is no bad news, good news. There is just news. And then he goes, but Master.
This guy's got to be frustrating.
Oh, this is why you're liking him, brother. He goes, but Master, your vision was right. Tai Lung broke out of prison, and he's on his way here right now. And Oogway goes, oh, that is bad news. Okay. This guy respects.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I mean, it's not good news for sure.
Yeah, Oogway's cool.
So he goes, that is bad news. Well, only if you believe the Dragon Warrior cannot stop him. But the panda? That was an accident, Master. There are no accidents, Shifu. You said that already twice. And that was no accident either. That's when he rolls his eyes like, God damn it, dude. He goes, my friend, you and the panda will never reach your destiny until you let go of the illusion of control. And he's like, but Master, look at this tree. He goes, look at this tree, Shifu. I cannot make it blossom when it suits me, nor make it bear fruit before it's time. And then Shifu goes, yes, but there are things we can control. I can control when the tree falls. And he hits the tree and like a peach falls. And he goes, I can control where to plant the seed. And he cuts a seed out of a peach and like plants it. He goes, that is no illusion, Master. Ah, yes, Shifu. But no matter what you do, it will be a peach tree. You may wish for an apple or an orange, but you will get a peach. But a peach cannot defeat Tai Lung, Master. Maybe it can, if you guide it, nurture it, believe in it. How am I supposed to do that? I need your help, Master. No, you just need to believe. Promise me, Shifu, you will believe. I will try. Good. My time has come. You must continue your journey without me. He hands his staff to him. But Master, you can't leave me. You must just believe, Shifu. And he drifts away into like these beautiful flowers into the peach tree.
Okay. That was unexpected.
Oh, they got a little deep. They went a little kung fu deep on us, bro.
Yeah, a little
master.
I don't even know what you call that.
Jedi shit.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan
some
shit.
Very, yeah.
I always love a good
Or,
master, though. I don't know
yeah,
why.
same,
I love kung
same.
fu movies.
Oh, same.
A good
Miyagi,
master is the
dude.
best.
Miyagi.
Miyagi.
Yeah.
One of the best masters. Oogway's not bad, dude.
Oogway is maybe my favorite character so far.
Oh, he's so fucking
I like him. Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Poe is fucking funny, though. Goddamn, Poe was a goddamn fool.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Obviously, those.
So you see cuts to Poe's making dinner for the whole gang. And he's telling stories, but like, they're telling war stories, and he's comparing them to like, bro, that's so funny. He's comparing them to like times people didn't tip in the restaurant. Like, it's so funny.
I relate.
You know? And he's like, and I told this guy, you know, man, if you ain't gonna tip, you don't need to come back here anymore. And they're like, you said that, Poe? He's like, well, I didn't say it, but I looked at him and I was like, what? You know, I thought it. You know? And he gives them all their food, and they all like, oh my God, this is unbelievable. He goes, yeah. He goes, they go, Poe, this secret ingredient soup is amazing. He's like, and I don't even know the secret ingredient. He goes, this is just, you know, what I know so far of my dad. And then Tigress is looking at everybody all mad, and she looks at Poe and she's like, you know, they say the dragon warrior can survive off dew, off the dew off a honey leaf, and the like essence of the universe. And then Poe sits down and he's like, well, I guess my body doesn't know I'm the warrior, because gonna take a lot more than dew and universe juice to keep this boy happy, right? And he starts like, he's just stuffing his food, just like, also just not aware of how much he hates him,
Right.
You know? And as he eats his food, he has a noodle mustache, and he starts like, they're like, look at Poe, he looks like Shifu. And he starts doing like a Shifu impression, like, Poe, you are too fat and lazy. Ha ha ha. And everybody's laughing and shit. And then right then, Shifu walks in. You guys think this is funny? Tai Lung has escaped, and Panda, you are the only one who can stop him. And the panda's like, what? No, No, Oogway will stop him like he did last time. Oogway cannot. He is no longer with us. Not anymore. And all the warriors are like, and then he goes, the only hope is you, the dragon warrior. And then Tigress is like, the panda? And he goes, yes, panda. Yes, Tigress, the panda. And then Tigress is like, no, it should be us. We're the ones who are ready. And he's like, it's not your destiny. It's his. And he points to the panda, and Poe's out of there. You see that nigga just running. Like, right? And then you see Shifu does like a cool ass jump and like superhero land right in front of him, like poof. He goes, you cannot leave. And Poe keeps trying to beat him around him, and he keeps like spinning him back, like just easily spinning him back.
Yeah.
He's like, you want me to beat he says, you want me to beat Tai Lung? I can't even beat you to the stairs. He's like, you will beat him because you are the dragon warrior. Oh, you don't believe that. You never did. You were just trying to get rid of me. Yes, I was. But now I ask you to trust your master as I trust mine. He's like, no. He goes, no, I won't do it. I don't think that's true, yada, yada. He's like, well, if you don't think it's true, why did you stay? He's like, because when you were doing all that mean shit to me, I thought, if anyone can change me, if anyone in the world can make me not me, it's the greatest teacher in China, Master Shifu. He goes, I can change you, and I will. He goes, and then Panda goes, no, Tai Lung is on his way now. How are you going to change this to the Dragon Warrior? How? And he's like, I don't know. And then they just sadly look at each other, right? Camera pans up. Tigress is watching this argument from the roof, and she's pissed. And she finally just does a cool backflip off the roof and jumps off like down into the village. And then you start seeing her run, and she's just going from roof to roof, sprinting, right? And then she says out loud, this is what you trained me for. And she sprints out the city, and then you see the Furious Five come up alongside of her. And she looks at them, and they're running with her, and then she's like, don't try and stop me. And they go, we're not. We're coming with you. And then she looks at them all, smiles, and they're all like, and then they take off into the night.
Yeah.
Okay? So you see Shifu sitting by himself sad in the morning, and he hears something. He hears like the sound of like kung fu, like, what? Yeah. What you what? Right? And he's like, what the fuck? And he looks around, and he can't find the panda anywhere. He checks the training facility, checks like everywhere. He can't find him. And then he goes into the kitchen, and he looks in, and you see this nigga, Poe, is destroying everything in the kitchen, just eating. What? Just eating all the cookies and shit. And then he comes over, and he looks at him, and Shifu's like looking at the kitchen. The kitchen's just destroyed. And he's like, what the fuck? And then the panda Poe's got a mouthful of cookies, and he's like, I eat when I'm upset, okay? And Shifu's like, no need to explain. I just thought you were a monkey. He likes to hide his cookies on the top shelf. And he walks around, and he like has a coy look on his face. Yeah. And then the panda's like, and he runs up, and you don't see, but you hear him. And then Shifu peeks back in, and he's like on the top of the ceiling in a perfect perfect splits, eating cookies, right? And
he's a panda.
He's a panda.
Yeah.
And Shifu's like smiles, and he looks at him, and Poe sees him, and he's like, don't tell monkey. And he goes, look at you. He goes, I know I'm disgusting. And he keeps eating cookies. He goes, how are you up there? He's like, I don't know. He keeps eating. He's like, I'm just getting a cookie. He goes, yes, but you're in a perfect split. And he goes, no, this is an accident. And then right then he falls down. And as he falls, Shifu smiles. There are no accidents. So come with me, Panda. He takes him up the mountain. Poe, like they go up the mountain. Poe, bro, every time this nigga goes up the steps, he's dying. You just hear this nigga just complaining, right? Yeah. Oh God. They finally get to the top. Shifu sits down. There's like a beautiful little pond. And he goes up to the water and he's like, you dragged me up here to take a bath? And he just takes the water and he starts throwing it on himself. And he goes, Panda, we do not wash our pits in the sacred pool of tears. He's like, ah! And he goes, the sacred pool of tears, this is where Oogway unraveled the mystery of harmony and focus. And then Shifu goes, and the birthplace of Kung Fu. And the panda's like, and he realizes where he is, and it's this beautiful place, and he sees like Oogway coming up on the backdrop of the history of Kung Fu and shit. Yeah. And then he's looking around, and then Shifu is above him, and he goes, Panda, do you want to learn Kung Fu? Yes. then admit I am your master. Okay? You're my master. You will be the dragon warrior. Okay? And he starts crying. He goes, don't cry. And he goes, I won't. Just wiping his face. And he goes, listen to me, Panda. When you focus on kung fu, you stink. But that's my fault. I can't train you that way. I have to get through to you with this. And he shows him a bowl of dumplings. And he goes, when you are trained, you may eat. Okay? And then the panda goes to eat and he slaps his hand. And then, bro, it's just a training montage of him trying to get to food and Shifu not letting him. But as this is happening, he's getting better and better at fighting him. And better and better and better and better. And then by the end of it, he gets like cold as fuck. And then finally you see some dumplings out and Shifu's like, after you, Panda. He goes, really? You're going to let me eat them just like that? He goes, yes. I vowed to train you and you are trained. You are free to eat. Enjoy. And then he's all smiles and he goes to eat a dumpling and Shifu steals it. He goes, hey! And he goes to eat another one. He steals another one. Hey! And he goes, what, Panda? You are free to eat. And he goes to eat another one and he steals it. And he goes, you are free to eat. He goes, am I? And then Shifu goes, are you? And then he takes his chopsticks out and they start having a chopstick battle, right? And it's cold as fuck. And there's one dumpling left and they're going crazy for it, bro. And the chopstick fight is lit. Okay, like they're doing crazy shit with these chopsticks, bro. And then finally the panda does a crazy wild move and he gets the fucking dumpling from Shifu. And Shifu smiles and he's like, enjoy, right? And the panda throws the dumpling at him and he's like, I'm not hungry. And then they both bow.
Right.
Okay. Cut to
That's
the five.
clever.
Oh, that's all. Yeah.
Yeah.
The five are sprinting through the jungle. Tai Lung, they see him across a bridge. The five come up and they're all staring at each other, right? And then Tai Lung's like, ah! And he fucking starts running across the bridge, sprinting at him. And right when he gets close, Tigress is like, cut it! And Mantis and Viper cut the ropes and the bridge goes falling. And then fucking Tigress jumps up and fucking kicks the shit out of him, right? And he goes flying back. And then the fucking last second, they all grab the ropes and pull him back. And she like lands on the bridge. He like lands too, okay? So now they're looking at each other and it's him and Tigress. And then he's like, so where is the dragon warrior? And then she's like, how do you know you're not looking at her? You think I'm a fool? None of you are the dragon warrior. From what I heard, he fell out of the sky like a ball of fire. The warrior like no one has ever seen. And then Monkey's like, Poe? Right? And he goes, Poe? So that's his name. Finally, a worthy opponent. Our battle will be legendary. And Tigress is like, ah! And she starts fighting him, right? And they're going back and forth, and they have this dope-ass bridge fight. Monkey's involved. Fucking Viper comes around. You see Tai Lung kick the shit out of her. Fucking Crane has to like go catch her and save her. Fucking Mantis fucking whips the ropes, and at the last second, they do this cool team move, and they kick the shit out of him, and they make him ties up like on the ropes, and they cut the ropes last second, and he goes falling like into like the abyss, like right? And they're all standing, and they're looking down, and they're smiling at each other, and they hear him crash, and then they're like, we did it. And they look down, and they see the rope start spinning, like, you can't just see it like spinning around this big rock, and then finally it whips, and they're like, what the fuck? And then right behind them you hear, boom, and Tai Lung lands, right? And he goes, Shifu taught you well. And then he looks at Monkey, and he goes, boom, 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 and Monkey just goes, and falls. And he goes, but he did not teach you everything. Fade to black.
Cool.
So Panda and Shifu, they're cool now. And you see them walking back from training, and they're laughing and talking. Fucking the Furious Five, Crane has one wing and he's holding all five of them like in a sack, and he's flying back, and they all land, and they're all fucked up, right? And they go, we're sorry, master. We were no match for his nerve attack. And then Shifu was like putting them all back together. He's like, what's wrong with you? He could have killed you all. And then Monkey's like, but why didn't he, master? And he's like, he wanted to strike fear in our hearts, but it won't work, right, Poe? And Poe's like, it might work. And he goes like, what do you mean, Poe? He's like, well, I mean, they're just five masters. I'm just me. He goes, yes, Poe, but you will have one thing no one else in the world does. And they go, what? And they all look up. The Dragon Scroll. Right? And he's like, am I ready? You are ready, Poe. Shifu does some cool ass shit to make the Dragon Scroll like come down. and it falls down gracefully, and he catches it, and he goes, "Behold the scroll. It is yours." And Poe grabs it, and he's like, "What happens when I read it?" He goes, "Legend says you'll be able to hear a butterfly's wing and connect with the universe and be able to feel, the presence of the tectonic shifts, plates moving." And he goes, "Wow, you think I'll be able to punch through walls?" And he's like, "Well, and I'll have invisibility." He's like, "Poe, focus." And I'll be able to, he's like, "Focus, Poe." He's like, "Okay." He goes, "When you read it, Poe, you will become the Dragon Warrior." Whoa. He goes, "Open it." So Poe tries to open it, and he's like, "Hold on." And he starts using his teeth. They got this thing screwed on tight. He's like, I can't. It's impossible to open. And Shifu's like, "Give it to me." And he gives it to Shifu, and you just hear, boop. And then he gives it back, and Poe's like, "Thank you, master. I probably loosened it for you, but thank you." He opens it slow, and he undoes the scroll, and he looks at it, and he's like, "Ah!" And everyone's like, "What?" He goes, "It's blank." And they're all like, "What?" He goes, "Look, master, it's blank." And the master's like, "I cannot look, I'm forbidden." And then he grabs it, and he looks, and it's blank. And he's like, "What? This can't be. I don't understand." And then Poe goes, "Oh, so Oogway was just a crazy old turtle?" He goes, "No, Oogway was wiser than us all." He goes, "But he picked me by accident. I'm not the Dragon Warrior. Who's going to stop Tai Lung?" And they all start playing like, "What? He's going to destroy everything and everyone." And she was like, No. Just evacuate the valley. I'll fight him. And I'll hold him off long enough for everyone to escape." And they go, "But Shifu, he'll kill you." "Then I will pay for my mistake. Continue your journey, all of you. And know I was proud to be your master." And he hands Poe the empty scroll, and they all take it, and they all leave. Cut to everyone evacuating, like super sad. Mm-hmm. And we'll be right back. Hey. This is an ad. That's what this break in the movie is for, because it's an ad. Hi, guys. My name's Deric Poston.
And I'm Sam Lopez.
And you like T-shirts.
I hope you do, because
we got on the best T-shirts you'll ever find. Hidden Village Customs. I'll do the Sam, why don't you go show them and I'll do the ad.
Okay, you do that.
Hidden Village Customs, guys. The best shirts since shirts were made. Our boy Gabe makes these amazing shirts. They're literally awesome. He crosses anime with real life, and it's fucking amazing. Like, this shirt is Hey Arnold mixed with me and Sam doing the podcast literally on this couch while also wearing shirts of Hidden Village Customs. That's how meta this fucking shirt is.
And also in the shirt that I'm wearing on mine, the shirt we're wearing in that is also another Hidden Village Custom shirt. See how
I know.
I'm wearing a shirt and then inside that's another. It's going to be.
I want it to keep going. So we want at some point it to just keep, they just keep going and going and going and going. And it's just a million pictures inside a million pictures.
So buy their shirts, because then they'll keep sending us shirts.
Yep, buy their shirts, guys. Hidden Village Customs, www.hiddenvillagecustoms.com. They make amazing shit. I seriously, the Sam already washed them. They don't shrink. The print doesn't fade. That's my favorite part of it.
They're very
of
soft.
Any shirt. They're extremely soft, great quality. Sam was wearing her Tom Brady one yesterday anyway for a show.
Yeah, I was wearing it around the house
Around the
without
house,
a bra. That's the other
Without
great
a
thing.
bra.
These the square icon, if you're like, I don't want people to see my nipples.
Yeah.
It prevents that.
Yep. So you can walk around without a bra, ladies. That's another plus. Hidden Village Customs, guys. They're from the Bay Area. So if you're a Bay Area beaner, if you're in the Bay Area Bean Mafia crew, go show our boys some love, especially. Hidden Village Customs on all social media platforms. The best shirts in the business. The best graphic design in the business. Go hit them up. Get your shirts now from Gabe at Hidden Village Customs. Not a pedophile, just a good man selling shirts. Now he tells me to say that, which makes me wonder things. But again, he probably just wants everybody to know that he's not. But who knows? Gabe, Hidden Village Customs. Go show him some love. Sam.
Yes.
I was smoking some weed earlier.
Yeah, you were.
And I only smoke one weed.
It's the best weed.
And that's Happy Canary.
Happy Canary.
Happy Canary, guys. Best weed since weed.
Since weed.
Guys, they're a wholesale company run by our boy Gabe. Now, you can't buy from them. That's not their thing. What they do is they sell to other dispensaries. So I'm really just supporting them.
You know,
Follow
when they
them
are-
on
follow them on
Instagram.
Instagram though. Happy Canary, HappyCanary, Canary, and you tell them the Beans sent you. Happy Canary on Instagram, guys. Happy Canary. Go show them some love. It's the best weed. That's why I smoke it. It's the only weed I smoke. Shout out to my boy Hayden. Shout out to Maine. Shout out to all the Maine Bean Mafia. Shout out to everybody in Maine who fucks with us. Shout out to her Uncle Leo who let us stay at his cabin. Maine is awesome. Weed is awesome. Happy Canary, guys. Sam? Football is upon us.
Yo, it's football season. It's about to happen.
about to
Is it
happen.
preseason yet?
Almost. There's no preseason this year, I don't think.
Oh, really? I've started seeing the football players for the college around town.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's nice.
Yeah,
It gets
bro.
me excited.
Seeing the Longhorns, seeing some Texas Longhorn college players.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to a lot of games this year, so we're really pumped. But I love football because of one man who is a war eagle.
War Eagle!
War eagle! And that's Darren Bates. Guys, Darren Bates, he's black, he's a father, he plays in the NFL.
What more could you ask for?
What more can you ask for out of a person? And all he wants from you, he doesn't want you to buy anything. He doesn't want your money. He doesn't want your soul. All he wants is you to go to his Instagram, Darren Bates, DarenBates, at Westlandson _56. Beautiful picture of his mother. That's his profile. Blue check mark. That's him. Darren Bates. And all he wants you to do is hit the follow button.
Send him a message. Say, hey, the Bean sent me.
Simple. All right? Ask for us pictures of Hassan's feet.
He's got those.
He's got those. Make sure you ask for him. Guys, Darren Bates, go show him some love. Follow him, and you say the Beans sent you there. And you let me know you did it. You make sure you do it. That's your one job. If you haven't done it yet, you better fucking do it.
Better
It's the
listen
only
to
thing
his
I'm asking you.
podcast.
Listen to his podcast, The Raw Room, guys. Available on all platforms. However you're listening to this podcast, you go listen to The Raw Room. He's had unbelievable guests. He's had Malcolm Butler on. He's had Jason Weaver, the guy who did all the original songs in The Lion King. You know what I mean? He just had Will Compton on. He just did Bussin' with the Boys. You know what I mean? Guys,
He's a cool dude.
biggest podcast on Barstool, and my boy Darren Bates just did it. He's in the NFL. He's the fucking man. I'm so proud of him. His second career is going even better for him. The podcast is growing. He's getting better with it. The clips are coming out. Go follow The Raw Room. Go follow Darren Bates. Go show our boy some love. Back to the movie. And we're back. That time, me and Jeffrey just made love during the commercial break.
Maybe that's how you see it.
One of us made love. Back to the film. So the Furious Five are helping all the townspeople escape, right? Poe is walking down all the stairs. He's sad as shit. People are kind of shitting on him like, oh, the Dragon Warrior. Oh, good thing we had him, right? Just kind of like, just being really mean to him. He sees his dad. His dad's like, Poe! And the dad runs up and hugs him, and he's like, good to have you back, son. And when he steps back, Poe looks down, and he tied an apron on him. And he's like, ah. He's like, let's go, Poe. And they pack up all their noodles and all their woks and shit in the noodle cart, and they start evacuating with everyone else. And as they're doing this, Poe just stops and puts his head down and just like so sad, right? And the dad turns around and he's like, Poe, I'm sorry things didn't work out. It just wasn't meant to be. But forget everything. Your destiny awaits. We are noodle folk. Broth runs through our veins. And he's like, oh, sometimes, Dad, I just can't believe I'm your son. Yo, the dad goes, well, Poe, I think it's time I told you something. And Poe's like, what? I think it's time you know the secret ingredient to my secret ingredient soup. And Poe's like, well, I mean, okay, yeah, what is it? He goes, the secret ingredient is nothing. And Poe's like, what? It's nothing. Wait, but Dad, you don't add like an extra sauce or anything like that? You don't add anything? He's like, you don't have to. He goes, what do you mean? You don't have to add anything for something to be special. You just have to believe it's special. And Poe's like, and then he looks back at the scroll and it's empty. And he's like, there is no secret ingredient. And he smiles and he looks back up the mountain, right? It's storming and thundering now. Tai Lung walks up. Master Shifu, I'm home. Shifu's like, this is not your home. Where is this Poe? Did I scare him off? No, your battle is between you and me, Tai Lung. Oh, that's how it's gonna be. That's how it must be. They have a crazy fight. They just have this dope fucking fight, bro. And fucking Tai Lung starts fucking him up. I rotted in jail for 20 years because of your weakness. You knew I was the Dragon Warrior. But when Oogway said otherwise, what did you do? Boom. Nothing. You are not meant to be the warrior. That's not my fault. It's not your fault. Not your fault. Starts fucking him up. You told me. You told me it was my destiny. It's what you trained me for. It was my destiny. And he's fighting back, and he's like, it was never my decision to make Tai Lung. And then Tai Lung grabs Oogway's staff, and he starts choking fucking Shifu with it. He goes, you give me that scroll. And then he's like, I'd rather die. And then they breaks Oogway's staff, right? And they both kind of go flying. Tai Lung finally hits him really hard and fucks him up really bad. And his paws start going flaming blue, and he starts fucking him up real good, just literally fucking him up. And he goes, everything I did was to make you proud. Boom, boom. Tell me how proud you are, father. Tell me. And Shifu whispers, it's all right. I have always been proud of you. From the first moment I saw you, I was proud. But my pride blinded me, Tai Lung. I loved you too much and didn't see what you were becoming. What I turned you into. I'm so sorry. Tai Lung's like, just grabs him and starts choking him. I don't want your apology. I want my scroll. It's gone. Where is it? The Dragon Warrior has taken the scroll across China by now. You will never see it. And Tai Lung goes, ah! And his claws come out and he goes to kill him. And then you hear, hey! And they both turn and pose like, stairs. Whew, give me a sec. Hold on. Hey, who are you? Tai Lung asks. And then Po goes, buddy, hi. Whew, Jesus. I'm the Dragon Warrior. And then Tai Lung goes, you? But you're a panda. But he's a panda. You're a panda. What are you going to do, big boy? Sit on me? And Po goes, don't tip me. And he starts laughing to himself like, ooh, like that, right? And then he goes, but this is how I'll beat you. Using this. And he holds the scroll up. And then Tai Lung just punches the shit out of him. Boom! And when he hits him, Po hits the wall, bounces back, boom, and hits the fuck out of Tai Lung. Mm-hmm. And then Tai Lung and him start fighting, and they go down the stairs, right? They start falling down the stairs. Mm-hmm. The scroll is mine! But they have the big fight, but their fight is less intense because Po is giggling and laughing and going whoa! And this is awesome! Right. Shit like that, right? And they land near a noodle cart and Po is fucking them up with noodles. They land near the woks. Po's fucking them up with woks and shit. You know what I mean? And he uses fireworks to fuck him up. He envisions the scroll at one point as the scroll gets caught somewhere. He envisions it as a cookie and starts scaling a wall. And Tai Lung's like, the scroll is giving him power. And so Tai Lung finally gets a hold of him and hits him with a huge punch and knocks him down, right? And he grabs the scroll and he's like, finally. The power of the scroll is mine. He opens it. Nothing. No. Po goes, it's okay. It's okay. I didn't get it at first either. There is no secret ingredient. It's just you. And Tai Lung's punches the shit out of him in the stomach. And Po goes, stop. Because it tickles him. Right. He's like, and he keeps punching him in the stomach, and Po's like, don't. And then he hits him really hard in the stomach, and Po whips, and then his fist whip back, and boom, he hits Tai Lung for the first time with a punch, and it's a panda punch. So it knocks him the fuck far back. And Tai Lung's like, what the fuck? And then Po kind of realizes oh shit.
Yeah.
And Tai Lung comes back at him, and Po hits him with his stomach, hitting him into the sky, and then he lands super hard, and then he fucks him up with his stomach again, and he just lands hard as fuck on the ground, and Tai Lung gets up, and he's fucked up, and he's like, you can't defeat me. You're just a big, fat, dumb panda. And point at me. Point at me like that and call me a big fat dumb panda.
I don't wanna.
Do it. Just do it.
Okay, you're a big fat dumb panda.
And Poe goes and lifts the pinky.
Yeah.
And Tai Lung goes, the whooshy finger hold. And Poe goes, oh, you know this hold. And he goes, yes, yes. So you know what happens when I flex my pinky. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And he goes, Shifu would have never taught you this move. He goes, Shifu didn't teach me. I figured it out on my own. Skadoosh. And you see a camera angle back, and the whole town almost explodes. Just like a power surge through the whole town.
That's a good callback. That's funny.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
So you see Poe
I'm
walk.
sorry I called you a panda.
Hey, I did you let me do the whooshy finger hold on you, so we're even.
Yeah. Okay.
I
sorry.
did the finger thing to you.
Right.
You're gonna feel that.
Yeah, I already am. It's gonna fuck up my ping pong game.
Yep. It's gonna that move makes you die of natural causes in natural time.
Oh God.
You're welcome. So Poe walks back up to the town and everybody's like, the Dragon Warrior. And his dad's like, that's my boy. That big, lovely Kung Fu warrior Panda is my son. Right? And everyone's hugging him. He's like, thanks, Dad. And the 5 walk up to him and they all bow. And they're like, Master. And he's like, oh. And then he goes, Master Shifu. And he runs back up to the palace. And when he gets to the top, it's so funny. The stairs and he's still like, oh, God. Oh, Shifu. And he runs up to Shifu, who's laid out. He's like, are you okay? And Shifu's like, Poe, you're alive. He goes, or are we both dead? He goes, no, I didn't die. You didn't die. I defeated Tai Lung. You did it. Wow. It is as Oogway foretold. You are the Dragon Warrior. You have brought peace to the valley and to me. Thank you, Poe. Thank you. And he closes his eyes and he's like, no, Master, no. Don't die, Master. I'm not dying, you idiot. I'm just resting. I'm at peace. He goes, oh, okay. Whew. Just making sure you're good. You know, I thought you were dead. Okay, Poe, just shh. Okay. I guess I'll just lay next to you. Be quiet. No more talking. He goes, if you can, be quiet, Poe. Yep. We're both laying here next to Shifu. It's quiet for a second, and then he's like, you want to get something to eat? And Shifu's like, oh, yeah. The end. Everybody loves Kung Fu fighting. I'm fast as lightning. Also, the person singing it is CeeLo Green, so it's a CeeLo Green version
of the Chinese national anthem.
Yes.
Okay, wow.
What'd you think, buddy? That was Kung Fu
That's a
Panda.
very fun movie.
Oh, it's fun as a gun.
Tight as my pussy. Well done.
Tight as your pussy. Who's your favorite character?
I liked Oogway.
Oogway is that dude.
Yeah.
Oogway's that dude.
Shifu's cool.
Shifu's
Poe
cool.
obviously is.
Is just a bag of fun.
Yeah. I think those are my favorites. The dad.
Oh,
Yeah.
the Goose Dad is
Goose
so
Dad is fun.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what you see what I meant yesterday when I told you, like, bro, it's just a fun movie. And
yeah.
it's hard to watch it and be like, oh. It's just like, well, it's a Kung Fu fighting panda, bro. Right. And he's learning.
Right.
And Shifu's learning.
We're all learning.
I think that's the moral
Except
of today's
for fucking Oogway. He knows everything.
Yeah, Oogway just fucking knew everything. But then again, he still was like, yo, that's bad news. He was like, yo, I know bad news when I hear it, and that is bad news.
Yeah.
Tai Lung, man, he's a fucking asshole.
Yeah, he's a jerk. He's very I guess he hasn't seen Lion King.
No, I don't think he's seen Lion King. It's like, bro, you can't act like this.
Yeah.
People don't like this shit. Especially your brother. Well, I guess it doesn't matter if you murder your brother, though. And that's the lesson of today's episode. Everybody, murder your brother. We'll see you next week.
I disagree.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year.